Here I have a cab, and you can see what it looks like under construction. I have shown in my page, my Facebook page, how I weave them. I will show here again just a little. We do know that other materials were used also from literary evidence. For instance, Aristotle mentions a kind of sponge that was used as padding for helmets and greaves. This type of sponge has not been identified. Some people have tried it, and sponge does work. I can see how it would work. I hope to try that one also in the future. And padding was also used on the greaves. These ones are greaves made by Matt Lukes in Canada, lined in leather, and just a little bit of padding has been added to the knee and along the shin bone. Possibly these are the places where sponge could be added, as Aristotle suggests. These cuirasses are both made by Jeffrey Hildebrand for Yellow Armours in Canada. This one belongs to Kristen Cameron, this is mine. We have found that they fit so well that padding or even lining is not absolutely needed. It's possible that the ancients would cover them in textile or thin leather or both, but it is not that that thick padding is absolutely needed. Actually, the Greek chiton is such a full garment, and the pleats themselves provide enough padding for them to feel comfortable. Other organic parts of the helmets is the crests. This is a helmet and crest made by Craig Seats of Manning Imperial. It used to be a Corinthian helmet that I modified, the Chalcidian one. The crest is wooden, the crest box is wooden and covered with brass plates. And I added this stitching line which helps the horsehair stay upright. Crest droop is a problem attested by reenactors, and different people have tried different methods for making the horsehair stay upright. Some people even dip them in different solutions to make them stiffer, but This stitching line is actually suggested in ancient sculpture and vase paintings. I cannot say that I am 100% sure that stitching is actually represented. Sometimes we see dots and sometimes we see different lines, but stitching is the only thing that has made sense to me, and I have used it in all my crests with success. It has been taken for granted that crest boxes were made of wood. In fact, we do not have actual finds of remains of crest boxes. We know that they were made of horsehair because they are mentioned in the sources, but the crest box is a detail, and we do not know exactly how it was made. We do know that wood was used at least for the base of the tall crests, since a helmet in the British Museum retains parts of the wood inside the metal base, very much like this one. This crest box is made of leather with interwoven leather strips that create the very commonly represented checker pattern, and they hold the tufts of horsehair. You can see that the crest is actually very thin. It has to be as light as possible. The beak of the swan is colored with ebony powder. And the eye is inlaid ebony and mother of pearl. And the neck of the swan is colored with a combination of milk paint and which didn't work very well for me, and egg tempera. It has stood well in different weather conditions and a few events. But still, this is hypothetical to an extent, since again we do not know the materials that were used. Sometimes bronze was used for the tall crest, but still the finds are very few. This helmet was also lined on the interior. You see that it is, I hope that you can see that it is a one-piece helmet.